evening, everyone. It's an absolute honor for me to stand here and welcome you all for this virtual celebrations of Independence Day. Firstly, I would like to wish you all a happy Independence Day. On this day, 75 years ago, India attained independence. We had to pay a heavy price to get this independence. Our freedom fighters who were striving for the freedom and organizing marches and movements were imprisoned, tortured, and were prey to so much of injustice. So today we are here celebrating their courage and actions that have led us to this day. Today there are many performances that our students have enthusiastically volunteered for. So sit back and enjoy the program. Lastly, Jai Hind and have a happy Independence Day.
History tells us that powerful people come from powerful places. History was wrong. Powerful people make places powerful.
People who came as traders but ended as conquerors of the world. The East India Company had an army of 260,000 soldiers, twice the size of Britain's standing army, and was responsible for almost half of Britain's trade. Thomas Roe, who came as an ambassador, convinced the Emperor Jahangir in 1612 to give land for the factory. The company had their own army, where they fortified their factories and reigned supreme until they decided to introduce the new Enfield rifle, which changed everything. It was rumored that the cartridges had the fat of cows, which was sacred for Hindus, and pigs, which was a taboo for the Muslims. A rebellion started and many states joined the fight. The company surely crushed the rebellion, but the crown realized that it was now time to take over India. And many people refer this as the First War of Independence.
Mangal Pandey, born on 19 July 1827, he was an Indian sepoy in the service of the British East India Company. Mangal Pandey was the one who inspired the Indian Mutiny after rumors circulated that cow lard was used to grease rifle cartridges, which was repugnant to Hindus. Then his actions in 1857 sparked the Indian Mutiny, also often called as India's first war of independence. Due to this attack, Mangal Pandey was arrested and sentenced to death on 8th April 1857.
Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was born in 1869 at Porbandar in the Kathiawar district of Gujarat. His non-violent ways were the foundation for gaining independence from the British. One of the first non-violent protests was the non-cooperation movement started by Gandhiji. After the Quit India movement, the freedom struggle got even more intense. Entire India was united together in the movement for freedom struggle. The cry of Purna Swaraj was raised. After much sacrifices and efforts, India gained independence on 15th August 1947.
The Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. This massacre took place on 13 April 1919 in Amritsar, Punjab. Many people had gathered together to protest against arrest of Dr. Satyapal and Dr. Saifuddin Kichlu. General Dyer ordered soldiers to attack on the place where they all gathered. Almost 600 people lost their lives. Many of the social reformers and freedom fighters got angry and became opponent of British, and Gandhiji started the major protests like Satyagraha and civil disobedience movement.
Subhash Chandra Bose was born on 23rd Jan 1897 in Cuttack. He was the participant of the non-cooperation movement and the leader of the Indian National Congress. He coined the term Jai Hind. He was arrested when he protested in Calcutta for the removal of movement memorializing the Black Hole of Calcutta. When he released, he escaped to Germany. Then he went to Japan and raised the first Indian National Army, Azad Hind Fauj, in 1943. To overcome through British Empire, he motivated the troops by his famous quote, "Give me blood, I shall give you freedom." He died on 18th August 1945.
Annie Besant was born on October 1st, 1847, into a middle-class family of Irish descent. She came to India from England and fought against British rule for the freedom of Indian people, including the education of the feminist people. Then she created the youth organization to unite the youths of India. Annie Besant also joined the Congress movement of Indian independence. Annie Besant was the first woman to lead the Congress party. Annie Besant passed away in Adyar, Chennai on September 20, 1933 at the age of 87. The demise of Mother Annie Besant is lost in the hearts of the Indian people.
Bhagat Singh was a revolutionary freedom fighter of the India independence movement. He was born on 28th September 1907. His family was involved in Indian freedom struggle. Inspired by the family atmosphere, Bhagat Singh also joined the freedom struggle at the age of 13. Bhagat Singh founded Naujawan Bharat Sabha in 1926 with an aim to get rid of British rule in India. Bhagat Singh was hanged by the British on 23rd March 1931 along with Rajguru and Sukhdev. He was only 23 years old when he was executed. At such a young age, he was smiling just before being hanged to death.
Our national flag is known as Tiranga and was adopted on 22 July 1947. A flag is a symbolic representation of any country, and our flag tells a lot about our history and culture. The first color of our flag is saffron, symbolizes the sacrifice of our soldier in the battle of the freedom. The green color symbolizes the rich agriculture background of India, and the white color symbolizes the part of food. The chakra within represents the 24 hours of the day and encourages us to move forward in our life continuously.
The Independence Day is celebrated on August 15th every year to commemorate India's freedom from the British rule in 1947. After independence, India became the world's largest democracy after the UK Parliament passed the Indian Independence Act 1947, transferring legislative sovereignty to the Indian Constituent Assembly. The Independence Day also marks the anniversary of undivided India's partition into India and Pakistan. On the eve of India's independence, Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, the Prime Minister, had said in his Tryst with Destiny speech,
"At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom."
Independence Day marks the end of British rule in 1947 and the establishment of a free and independent Indian nation. On every 15th August, the national flag of India will be hoisted at the Red Fort in Delhi by the Prime Minister.
Wagah border is situated in the northern part of Punjab near Amritsar. It is alternatively a symbol of the two countries' rivalry as well as brotherhood and cooperation between the two nations, India and Pakistan. At the international border between these two countries, the pomp and pageantry of the beating retreat and the change of guard occur within handshaking distance of the India and Pakistan forces. This is why there is a march between these two countries.
Wish you all Independence Day. Respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends, today is a date of great importance to all Indians. This is the day we celebrate our freedoms as a nation, while we remember those great soldiers who made many sacrifices to make this freedom possible for us. This was the day in 1947 we got independence from the British rule. We should remember our great leaders like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi ji, Subhash Chandra Bose, and Bhagat Singh, and many others. They devoted their entire life for the freedom of our country. A peaceful life that we are living today is just because of their sacrifice. At the conclusion of my speech, I would like to say that we must be proud Indian.
My name is Dimple of grade 10. The British ruled India over 100 years, that is from 1757 to 1857. The British tried to expand their political power in India by using three methods: by outright wars, by the system of subsidiary alliance, by adopting the doctrine of lapse. By this method, British conquered India fast. Rani Jhansi Bai fought against this doctrine by her adopted son, which showed her bravery, and the British made Indian rulers as their puppets. Mohanapriya of grade 10 will explain about freedom fighters.
Most of the freedom fighters even went to war to safeguard the freedom of their people. It doesn't matter that they had no training. They only did it for the pure intention of making their country free. Most of them sacrificed their lives in the war for independence. Freedom fighters inspired and motivated others to fight injustice. They are the pillars behind the freedom movement. They made people aware of their rights and their power. Now, Chinmay of grade 10 will talk about Indian flag.
The national flag of India, the top band is of saffron color, indicating the strength and courage of the country. The white middle band indicates peace and truth with Dharma Chakra. The last band is green in color, which shows the fertility, growth, and auspiciousness of the land. The Indian national flag represents the hopes and aspirations of the people of India. Over the last 5 decades, several people, including members of armed forces, have sacrificed their life to keep the tricolor flying in its full glory. Now my friend Vijeta from grade 10 is going to explain about her pride being an Indian.
To celebrate 75 years of independence, let's take a justified pride into the wonderful land and culture. In 7 wonders of the world, Taj Mahal, located in Delhi, is also the one. India has always been a land of great achievement other than beauty, culture, rich history, diversity in nature and so on. We have some mind-blowing things that made our scientists from the West and the around globe to question their understanding. Existence of Ramasetu, ancient Indian rope trick, ancient acoustic devices of Golconda Fort.
Myself, Shubhana from grade 10. India gained independence on August 15, 1947. After independence in our nation, we acquired all our fundamental rights. The sacrifices of all the freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, who lost their lives at the early age just to fight for the country. People celebrate Independence Day by hosting the national flag.
Indian Army. The Indian Army is the land-based branch and the largest component of the Indian Armed Forces. The President of India is the Supreme Commander of the Indian Army. The Indian Army was founded on 1st April 1895, which was 126 years ago. Their motto was Service Before Self. The primary mission of the Indian Army is to ensure national security and national unity, to defend the nation from external aggression and internal threats, and to maintain peace and security within its border. The role of Indian Army is land warfare. The present Chief of Army Staff is General Mukund Narwani.
मेरा साथ यही तक था, ये तेरी ज़मीं तेरे खून से ही तो सजती संवरती है रांझे, तेरे इश्क की मैं हकदार नहीं, तेरी हीर तो धरती है रांझे, तेरी मिट्टी
Force. Indian Air Force was formed on October 8, 1932. It is also known as Bharatiya Vayu Sena. The President of India serves the Indian Air Force as a Commander-in-Chief. Indian Air Force has a quality of around 1,70,000 staff and an excess of 1,500 airplanes. It is considered one of the main aviation-based armed forces of the world. The motto of Indian Air Force is "Touch the sky with glory." Let's salute the legends of the sky who safeguard the nation from up there and take it to greater height.
Is naval warfare, force projection and sea lift. The motto of Indian Navy is "May the Lord of Water be auspicious unto us." The Commander-in-Chief of Navy is the President of India, Ramnath Kovind, and the CNS or the Chief of Naval Staff is Admiral Karambir Singh. The primary objective of the Navy is to safeguard the nation's maritime border. They always protect us and serve our nation, so let's thank them for their hard work.
सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो। सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो। चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो, सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी। सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो। चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो, सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी। हमने कहा